I'll admit, forecasting 3 months ahead of time can be a bit of a crapshoot, but for fun, we like to look for clues to at least point us in the right direction. So what's the story this year? Have a seat, grab some popcorn and get comfy. Here's my winter outlook. It's a tale as old as time. This story picks up every year as temperatures fall and the sun angle gets lower. But to figure out how this part of the ongoing winter saga ends, let's start at the beginning and set the scene. Our weather has been changing in recent years. Winters are trending warmer, but also snowier. This year, the National Weather Service adjusted the 30-year average snowfall up by several inches. Last winter was a bit warmer than average, with below average snowfall inland. Our forecast was excellent for 3/4 of our climate sites. Just don't look at the shoreline. Ouch. But every winter story has a different cast of characters, or maybe not. Look who's returning this year. It's La Nina. Just like last year, there's unusually cooler water in the equatorial Pacific, and that one feature can impact weather globally and here at home by changing the jet stream's orientation. A popular storm track is across the country through the Great Lakes, and then storms can redevelop as coastal storms or nor'easters for us. La Nina generally features average precipitation here, but snowfall totals and temperatures can vary depending on a lot of other factors. Now this year, both long-range computer models and NOAA's winter outlook both favor above average temperatures. So I gotta say, it looks like a pretty safe bet at this point. But what would a good story be without a little conflict to keep things interesting? Plot twist, it's the polar vortex, the defender of the cold and our winter wild card. Think of the polar vortex like a swirling mass of cold air at the top of the globe. And the stronger the polar vortex is, the more likely it remains in place and away from us. But this year there are conflicting signals showing the polar vortex may be weaker or get blocked, allowing that cold more opportunity to spill south into our neck of the woods. So our story is at a crossroads. Is it winter warmth or the polar plunge? Well, I think the answer lies somewhere in the middle. This year I'm forecasting near average temperatures, which is similar to last year, with wiggle room to go a touch cooler, depending on our winter wild card. What about snow? That all comes down to the exact timing and track of individual storms, which is near impossible to predict months in advance. We're not that good. So I pulled the record books from similar winter stories to find a clue. I looked at La Nina winters following busy tropical seasons, super soaker summers, and warm Octobers. And I found an equal chance of above and below average snowfall. That's like flipping a coin. So here we go. Kidding, we don't actually do that. But winters with back-to-back La Ninas generally feature near to slightly below average snowfall. And, spoiler alert, that's what I'm forecasting this year. I think December starts off with near to slightly below average temperatures, followed by highly variable temperatures in both January and February, oscillating between brief shots of bitter cold and storminess, followed by more prolonged thaws. Enjoy the ride. Of course, we'll only know how this story ends in April. Whatever happens in the months ahead, I wish you a happily ever after.